In last episode, we have seen what is matter. Every matter is made of some material and every material is made of particles. All the particles of a material possess same characteristics. Now we will study about states of matter. There are three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. These states of matter arise due to the variation in three basic characteristics of a material, such as increase or decrease of distance between particles, increase or decrease of force of attraction between particles, or increase or decrease in kinetic energy of particles. Suppose these are three identical containers. In first there is solid, in second there is liquid, and in third there is gas. Their respective number of particles and arrangement is shown here. Now we will do a comparative study based on various characteristics or properties. It is clear from this figure that the number of particles in a fixed volume is maximum in solids and minimum in gases. That means density of solids is maximum and density of gases is minimum. First property is arrangement of particles. You can see particles in solids are very close to each other, whereas particles in gases are far apart. Second property is space between particles. You can see space between particles in solid is very less as compared to space between particles of gas. Third property is force of attraction between particles. Particles of solid are very close to each other, so their force of attraction is more as compared to particles of gas in which particles are far apart. Fourth property is movement of particles. You can see particles of solid are very close to each other. Due to a strong attraction force between them, they are not able to leave their place. They just vibrate at their mean position. On the other hand, particles of gas have least attraction force between them, so they can move freely. Fifth property is kinetic energy of particles. Particles of gases have greater kinetic energy as compared to particles of liquids and particles of solids. Due to this, they move freely at high speed. Next property is shape. Solids have definite shape. For example, pen, pencil and books have definite shape. Liquids don't have any specific shape. They take the shape of the container they are poured in. Gases have no shape at all. Next property is volume. Solids have definite volume. For example, how much space a box will occupy is definite. Liquids too have definite volume, as we say 5 liters of water, 2 liters of oil. Gases don't have definite volume. Volume of gases is same as the volume of the container they are filled in. Next property is rigidity. Let us understand its meaning first. In physics, rigid body means a solid object which cannot be deformed no matter how much force is applied on it. It may break, but it will not change its shape. Solids are most rigid and gases are non-rigid. Next property is compressibility. Let us understand its meaning first. This is a syringe which is made of three parts. Middle part is cylinder, upper part is piston and the bottom one needle. When piston is pushed down the cylinder, pressure is increased on the air inside and its volume decreases. As a result, air gets compressed. If liquid is filled in place of air, more force is required to push the piston. If solid is put in the place of air, probably piston may not get pushed down at all. So we can say gases are most compressible and the solids are least compressible. If piston is pulled up, pressure on the air inside decreases and its volume increases. As a result, air gets decompressed or expanded. Next property is fluidity. It means property to flow. Gases are most fluid than the liquids. Solids don't show this property. Last property is diffusion. As we have studied in last episode, when two different types of materials mix with each other on their own, this phenomena is called diffusion. Solids to solids diffusion is rare and gases to gases diffusion is common. Now we will see some examples of various types of diffusions. Example of solid to liquid diffusion is sugar in water, solid to gas, camphor in air, liquid to solid, seepage on walls, liquid to liquid, fruit juice in water, liquid to gas, fog in air, gas to solid, rubber sponge, gas to liquid, oxygen in water, gas to gas, oxygen in air. Solid to solid diffusion example can be, suppose tomato ketchup falls on the floor tile. If it is left as it is for months or years, slowly water content in it will evaporate and ketchup will diffuse into the tile. Later, if you try to clean it, that part of the tile will still look dirty. There is one practical application of compressibility of gases from our day-to-day life. We have studied that gases are highly compressible, so large volumes of gases at high pressure are filled in small cylinders and transported easily. One question arises, why gas cylinders are made of thick steel sheet? As we know, gas particles have most kinetic energy. They move freely. Inside the gas cylinder, they collide with each other and also with the walls of the cylinder. This creates pressure on the walls. To withstand this pressure, cylinder has to be very strong. That is why it is made of thick steel sheet.